Politics erupts on third anniversary of Pulwama attack. Rahul Gandhi took to Twitter and demanded proof of surgical attack. He said the country can never forget the martyrs of Pulwama. He further added that the sacrifice of Jawans will not go in vain. He's not the only leader to demand the proof of the surgical strike, though. Telangana Chief Minister KCR also wants proof of surgical strikes that were carried out in response to the URI attack of 2016. KCR said, and I quote, "There is nothing wrong in Rahul Gandhi asking for proof of the surgical strikes. What was wrong? Even I'm asking. Let the government of India show as there are apprehensions amongst the people," unquote. He has also accused the BJP of propagating false agenda. Meanwhile, Assam Chief Minister Himanta Biswa Sarma has attacked KCR and said that in an attempt to prove his loyalty to the Gandhi family, he has betrayed the army. This is not the first time Congress has questioned the surgical strike. Congress leaders time and again have always put forth the demand to see proof. Earlier in 2020, Gandhi asked who benefited the most from the attack and what was the outcome of its inquiry into this. Sanjay Nirupanam had also called the strike fake.
There is nothing wrong with Mr. Rahul Gandhi on asking for the proof of surgical strike. What was wrong? Even now I am asking. Come on, let the government of India show. It is the responsibility. There are apprehensions among the people. BJP makes mispropaganda, false propaganda. That is why people are asking for a proof. And in democracy, you are not a monarch. You are not a king.
Anurag Thakur has slammed Chandrashekar Rao. He has said KCR is losing ground, questioning are they with India or Pakistan. Gaurav Sawant joins us on this breaking story at the moment. Gaurav, here the question that you also asked Amit Malviya a while ago was simple. It's the opposition's job to question. So why can't they question? Where does the question of siding with India or Pakistan really come into this?
So here on a day when the nation is paying its homage and respect to the braves who were killed in the Pulwama terror attack, and that was a Pakistan-based Jaish-e-Mohammed is a terrorist organization that had orchestrated the terror attack, masterminded it. There's a charge sheet that was produced in a court of law giving evidence of how Pakistan-based terrorist organizations through local terrorists were involved in it. But the bomb makers and the Bahawalpur connection, all of that was out in public domain, and yet the BJP now saying that opposition leaders in our own country, the attack began with Chandrashekar Rao saying Rahul Gandhi is absolutely right when he asks for evidence. Now to the entire list, hum jawab mangenge. So all of that the BJP says is targeting not just the government, but more, according to the BJP, the security forces that actually punished Pakistan in terms of, one, the surgical strikes after URI and the airstrikes at Balakot in Pakistan's Khyber Pakhtunkhwa after Pulwama.
Gaurav, just to deviate a little bit, when the opposition's job is to question, and they continue to question this, but when they start questioning too much on issues like a surgical strike, does this give ammunition to a country like Pakistan?
Well, in the past, Pakistan has quoted Indian opposition leaders saying they themselves do not believe that a surgical strike took place or an airstrike took place, or Pakistan's narrative constantly has been that only crows and trees were damaged at Balakot. Altogether a different story. Altogether a different story that Pakistan closed its airspace for weeks after the Balakot airstrike. So if only crows and trees were damaged and killed, why would Pakistan close its airspace for so long? And that just goes on to show where the truth actually is. But the opposition and the second attack, that Amit Malviya launched on Congress leader Rahul Gandhi was his tweet talking about, Kashmir to Kerala and Gujarat to West Bengal, and that is where Himanta Biswa Sarma, the Chief Minister of Assam, launched a frontal attack on Rahul Gandhi, saying, Why is it that Rahul Gandhi would only talk about India till Bengal and not Assam or the Seven Sisters? You know, India's territorial integrity extends all the way up to Arunachal Pradesh. It's only the Chinese narrative that Arunachal Pradesh is South Tibet or not a part of India. So this is where the opposition ended up giving the BJP, Rahul Gandhi ended up giving the BJP a stick to beat him with.
Absolutely. Stay on with us right there, Gaurav. I'm being told that Anurag Thakur's reaction, what we just played out, is in. Listen in to what Anurag Thakur had to say while slamming KCR.
बौखलाहट और घबराहट नजर आती है। हजूराबाद में हुई सर्जिकल स्ट्राइक के बाद हजूर के बोल बिगड़े नजर आते हैं। अभी तो एक चुनाव हारे, उसके बाद ये हालत है। इससे साफ दिखाई देता है कि तेलंगाना में केसीआर जी और टीआरएस की जमीन खिसक रही और उत्तर प्रदेश के चुनाव के समय इन सबको सर्जिकल स्ट्राइक याद आ रही। पाकिस्तान के बोल, कांग्रेस के बोल और अब टीआरएस के बोल एक जैसे सुनाई देते हैं।
Listen into political reactions that are coming in on the Pulwama politics story.
Shows the depravity of the opposition. On a day that we are observing the martyrdom of our men in Pulwama, you have Telangana Chief Minister who's asking for proof on surgical strike, and you have Rahul Gandhi who's asking for answers from the government when it is the military brass that had come out and confirmed the surgical strike. Security agencies world over have confirmed the successful surgical strikes that India carried out in 2016. The number of casualties are also pretty well known. In such a scenario, to have the opposition constantly rake up the demand for proof is playing into the hands of enemy nation, and Rahul Gandhi has been doing this constantly.
On the day when we are observing and commemorating the anniversary of the Pulwama attacks, and we are paying tribute and homage to our martyrs, our brave forces who laid down their lives in the defense of this country, you have a Chief Minister, Mr. KCR of Telangana, only and only to defend the ridiculous statement and utterances of Rahul Gandhi, who had said surgical strike is khoon ki dalali, surgical strike, show me the proof. To defend that kind of statement of a dynast, another person who believes in dynasty politics comes out and says, yes, even I am demanding proof of surgical strikes. This is a direct attack on the manobal, on the sentiment of our forces.
In 2018, KCR launched an attack on Rahul Gandhi. He called him the biggest buffoon in the country. Listen in.
मैं क्या राहुल गांधी क्या फैक्टर जी मालूम है सबको दुनिया में the biggest buffoon in the country. Everybody knows. Whole country has seen the open assembly how he went to Mr. Narendra Modi and hugged him. The way he is winking. वो क्या है वो तो हमारे लिए प्रॉपर्टी है जितना हुआ है ना उतना हम ज्यादा सीट जीते राहुल गांधी inherited the legacy of the Congress Delhi Sultanate. He is the legal heir of the Congress Empire of Delhi. That is the reason I appeal to the people, let us not become slaves to Congress, slaves to Delhi.
Meanwhile, Jawans paid tribute to brave hearts who lost their lives in deadly Pulwama attack. The attack took place on 14th February in 2019. A total of 40 personnel were killed.
हम 14 फरवरी का दिन यहाँ पर सब एकत्रित होकर मनाते हैं उनकी याद में उन 40 जवानों की याद में जिन्होंने अपनी जान यहाँ पे गंवाई थी पुलवामा में उन वीर जवानों के याद में उनके सैक्रिफाइस जो उनका त्याग था उसको याद करके हम यहाँ एकत्रित होते हैं और उनको अपनी दिल से श्रद्धांजलि अर्पित करते हैं।
हम लोग यहाँ श्रद्धांजलि देने आए हैं हमारे जो जवान शहीद हुए हैं उनकी पुण्यतिथि पर और बहुत दुख की बात है कि हम लोग अपने इन साथियों को आज याद करना पड़ रहा है।
आज बड़ी दुख की बात है कि हमारे बीच के जो साथी लोग हैं जो आज
हमारे इस दुनिया से अपना बाल बच्चा सारे को छोड़ के नहीं है। तो हमको बड़ा अफसोस आता है कि हमारे जवान ऐसे देश के लिए अपना जान न्यौछावर कर देता है। तो उसके बाद उपलक्ष्य में हम लोग सभी प्रत्येक 14 फरवरी को हम लोग अपना शहीद जवानों को हम लोग याद करते हैं, क्योंकि हम लोग के बीच में से वो साथी लोग थे। तो
Ashish is reporting from Hyderabad. Ashish, questions arising on why suddenly KCR is taking a 180 on this, because earlier he himself had lashed out at Rahul Gandhi for various reasons, and now he suddenly starts siding with Rahul Gandhi when Rahul Gandhi is questioning the Balakot surgical strikes. What's going on over here as far as the Telangana Rashtra Samiti is concerned?
Yes, you are absolutely right, Shati. Congress has got support from unexpected quarter. We witnessed, and it's always been the case, that in Telangana politics or in national politics, TRS always took a stand against the Congress party in state as well as at national front. In fact, till 2020, Chief Minister Chandrashekar Rao used to shower praises on Prime Minister Narendra Modi. But suddenly, now he is all in support of Congress leader Rahul Gandhi. Initially, he extended support to and criticized BJP leader and Assam Chief Minister Himanta Sarma for his comment targeting Rahul Gandhi. And later on, he also extended support to Rahul Gandhi over Rahul Gandhi asking the proof of surgical strike. In fact, KCR went on saying that he is also asking proof of surgical strike. So clearly, it's a change in entire political strategy of Telangana Rashtra Samiti. Yesterday, when Chief Minister was holding the press conference, I asked a specific question whether TRS is open to join hand with Congress against the BJP. He, not in clear word, but he indirectly suggested that he is open for all options and nothing. No one can predict the future. So clearly, that's the stand. We also need to understand the local political situation of Telangana. In past elections, by-polls, assembly by-polls, BJP has secured victory in 2 by-polls. Out of 3, BJP has won, and it defeated the Telangana Rashtra Samiti, the ruling party. As well as at Greater Hyderabad Municipal Corporation also, BJP secured an impressive number of seats, and now it is almost equal to TRS in the Greater Hyderabad Municipal Corporation. So all this situation and all the rise of BJP, possibly it look like that TRS has realized, and that's why they feel that having an united opposition will be helpful for them to curb the rise of BJP in the state. Also, we need to understand that Telangana will go for polls in 2023, and amid all these poll scenario, KCR targeting BJP, targeting Prime Minister Narendra Modi, extending support to Congress, definitely tells a lot about the political strategy or political future strategy of Telangana Rashtra Samiti.
All right, leave it at that. Thanks so much, Ashish, for joining us with the details right there.